Hello everyone, and welcome to the next episode of the Ironman progress. So, I'm going to be doing something pretty cool here, I guess, finishing off a pretty, well, maybe not a landmark milestone, but getting ourselves a fairly difficult quest done, just because finding a partner is admittedly the hardest part about this quest, and the rest takes like 10 minutes, but I finished off Hero's Quest. Doesn't look like I got any levels there, but still, 29, 29k XP is a pretty good amount spread across those skills, so now I can like recharge glory amulets. And this is required for Legends Quest, which I ultimately need to do for Branches of Darkmare, so that was a big reason to do it. I think I will be questing for Swansong tonight. I still have to get 2 fishing levels and 1 cooking level, but I don't think that's going to be terribly difficult. So I'm about to get 50 attack here in the Abyss, which is awesome because it means I can finally upgrade my melee weapon, which I'm super hyped about. I just had to come here for a little while because I needed a fire talisman because I want to do Swansong. But to do that, I need to make some combination runes. And I didn't have a fire talisman. You actually physically need the talisman. You can't just teleport there with the Wicked Hood because you use up the talisman while you're doing the combination runes. So, you know, it's kind of annoying, but whatever. At least I got the Abyss unlocked, so now in the future, if I want to runecraft natures or something before I get a grok pouch, that is an option. Okay, so it is time to upgrade my weapon. Finally, I've been waiting quite a while for this, so I will be using a leaf-bladed spear for all my melee combat needs, at least until 60 attack, where I will use dragon daggers most likely, so it's pretty good. I mean, it has much higher accuracy than the Addy 2H by, looks like 220 or so that's definitely going to help out, and I can alch this thing for probably a few K. Okay, so I'm finally finished with Swansong Quest, which is pretty awesome. When I'm slaying on my main account, I will probably be here and collecting myself some food, although I'm only 62 cooking, so I'm probably going to burn a lot of monkfish while I'm attempting to do it, but hopefully we can finish off the quest soon here. 25k XP, and it looks like I got a prayer level as well, and I'm headbanging for really some odd reason. I'm not entirely sure why that all is, and an additional 10k XP. Alright, whatever. 120 quest points too, which is pretty sweet, so I'm glad I got that one over with, and oh, he didn't give me my 25k gold coins. What's that all about? It's kind of a scam. Hunter sucks, and 59. There we go. Nice. Alright, I am done with the grind, and I promise the only reason I'm hunting here, I didn't actually train up to 59 here. See, I was doing Big Chinchapa, and I popped out and I was like 700 XP away from a level, but finally we are on to the next stage of Hunter. I can now hunt red salad managers, and that's what I'm going for, to get myself a new weapon, because I was using a orange salad manager, but I now have 60 range, so it's time to move on up and upgrade. So I'm going to go try to trap myself one of those. I'll probably save for a little bit and get 60 Hunter as well. And I don't think I'm going to wait until the next Big Chinchapa game. I could just do that, but I think I'll just do a little bit of red salamanders for that. Oh, I started a little bit late, but I got 60 Hunter here, which is fairly awesome, I'd say. So it's going to be a long grind when I eventually have to go for a black salamander, and I'm not looking forward to that one, but probably something I'll consider doing is just doing Big Chinchapa all the time, and that might really help out when it comes to training up for that, so I don't have to like grind these things for, I don't know, 15 hours straight. But I do have my level 60 range weapon. I just need to go get some ammo for it now. So this is pretty much how you make the ammo for the red salamanders, or any type of salamander, really. It depends what type of salamander you have on what type of ammo you want to make, but for the red ones, you want to make Terramintar. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I was going to think I didn't have enough inventory space, but it's all good. So this stuff is the ammo that you use for this, and if you have like a black salamander, for example, you use Harlander tar, and every single herb makes 15 ammo. So this might not seem like a lot. I'm only making 210, but as long as I use ability queuing, I should very rarely use this stuff up. So this should definitely be enough to last me till level 70 range, and it's going to suck having to grind these things for a really long time to make all of that Harlander tar, but I'll get it done. I just figured that I'd show off some of the rewards that you can get from this Big Chinchapa minigame. They're actually quite good. First of all, I mean, you can buy flax, which is really nice because it means that you don't have to pick flax. And then you can also buy like swamp tar. I probably wouldn't really recommend that one because you can get that pretty easily just killing the swamp people. And then swamp toads, which is really nice. So this might be something you want to stock up on like over time, because swamp toads are a humongous pain to collect in like large quantities in that swamp thing above the gnome stronghold. So that might be something to think about, kind of as like a long-term goal for summoning. I have been working on a couple daily challenges because you can get some pretty good rewards from them sometimes. So I'm going to turn in this one, which is maple short bows, and that should get me a fletching level. So it got me actually 3 fletching levels, which is pretty ridiculous. So I can now make maple longbows, which is awesome. I've been looking forward to that, so that's going to be a bit of better XP, and I have tons of maple logs, and I'm only 171 XP off, so I might as well go ahead and get this level. But as you can see here, 2k maple logs, and that's just because, you know, AFK maples on this account while, you know, doing Slayer on my main and stuff really got me a lot of maple logs, and I've been storing up on them. And I'm about to get a Slayer level, which is pretty awesome, level 57 Slayer. I'm not sure if I unlock anything here. Fungicide spray, mutated zagamites. That's not really something that I wanted to unlock, to be completely honest, but at least next level I will be able to go and camp for my black mask, so I'm pretty excited about that. 21k to go, but I do have grot worms at the moment, and they're fairly ridiculous Slayer XP, so I should get a lot during this task. I'm on my Slayer task of cave crawlers at the moment, and look at that, 58 Slayer. So I've been looking forward to that one. I now get to kill cave hordes. As soon as I finish up this task, which I have 47 more to go, I am going to be heading right down to Mossel Harmless, and I'm going to be camping cave hordes for a while till I get myself a black mask, and that should be awesome. It only benefits melee, unfortunately, but hopefully as we progress in the future, I'll be able to get the range and mage versions, which are dropped from the strike worms. Yeah, I got it. Got the black mask. Had to deal with a couple of trolls where I got like clue scrolls, hard clue scrolls, and of course you get the beam, but I finally got the black mask. Didn't really take that long. I got a quite nice amount of seeds as well. I almost wish it took a little bit longer so I could have stocked up on a few more seeds, but now I have some herb seeds to plant, which hadn't been the case for a while, so that's awesome. I figured this is a somewhat prominent farming level. Kind of a milestone here. We're getting 55, which is pretty awesome, but the one I can plant a cactus, which I think I'm going to do. I do have a cactus seed in my bank, and I'm going to plant that and start to harvest those cactus spines because I guess I could use them to protect yew trees. I'll probably use them to like make potions sometime way off in the future though. But one thing that I am somewhat worried about is I'm going through these watermelon seeds pretty fast, and I still need to get up to 63 farming. I have a long way to go. I'm not even close to halfway from when I started collecting these watermelon seeds, so I'll probably need another like 600-ish seeds to get up to 63. So that's a lot of temple trekking. Maybe I could do that on stream sometime and it wouldn't be so bad. Well, I think it's time to start summoning, so it's time to alch a lot of my Slayer drops because I only have 368k. Obviously, summoning costs a lot. I do want to try at least to get up to 50 summoning. Just for the 50s cape, I don't think I have enough charms because I'm not going to use my crimsons until level 46 summoning, and I don't quite have enough greens and golds to get me to level 46 summoning. So, but anyway, I will just alch all this stuff, and hopefully this gets me a decent amount of money. One thing that's really cool is, not this mythical spear, but apparently if you high alch Iban's staff here, you get 25k from it. So that is really, really nice. If you ever, you know, move on to your next staff like I have with the God staff, and you have an Iban staff left over, and you want a bit of cash, that is a very nice alch there. Okay, I'm almost done alching all of my drops, and I'm up to a very, very nice cash pile, over 700k now, which is pretty sick. It would be cool to get over a 1 mil cash pile, and I think what I'm actually going to do instead is I'm not going to do summoning right now because I did some calculations. I factored in my spirit gems and all, and the thing is, even if I used my crimson charms on kind of like lower level pouches, I still would not have enough charms to get to 50 summoning right now. So I'm just going to hold off on that. There's not much point in training it if all I want is 50 and I can't even reach 50 yet. Although it would be cool to reach like 53 or 54 or whatever it is for a spirit terror bird. So I'll just have to continue with the Slayer, and I will eventually reach that point. I'm just finishing up my first full trip at the Aberrant Spectres here. I recently got 60 Slayer, and I've been camping them a little bit because, well, I need some herbs to train herb lore, and this is one of the best ways to get them at a lower level because they're notable, so I don't have to like bank constantly, which is really nice. One thing that's a little bit unfortunate though is I don't think I'm quite high enough of a level to really camp these because I'm getting torn, man, a full inventory of food, and I wasn't able to fill up my inventory, so that's kind of a problem. At least I got 5 alchable things. I might hold on to 1 rune mace just to have a one-handed weapon, but other than that, like, rune full helm is nice. It's like 21k, so only, what, 2 Renars. That was a little bit disappointing, but other than that, a pretty successful trip, and I'll probably be camping these a lot in the future when I need to get herbs. I just finished up a pretty decent contract at the Aberrant Spectres, so I spent quite a while here. This is a 170 kills contract, and I think it'll get me a decent amount of money when I go turn that in. I just picked up the contract because I wanted to camp these guys for a little while anyway, and as you can see by my inventory, I can actually just price check it here. I got a lot of stuff in alchable items, so this is 83k, and then I had to do 2 other inventories, and I think I made around 50k in both of those. So a lot of gold along with all the herbs that I'm getting, so that's very nice. This inventory was, let's see, 6 renars. That's decent, I suppose. But we're going to take 60k cash, which is a lot. That's a lot more than I expected. So that really helps. And actually, if I alked all this stuff, I might be up to my first 1 mil. Alright, it's time. People have been telling me that I need to get 50 rune crafting, so I went ahead and got it, and this means that all of my skills are now 50 plus, other than summoning, but I just don't quite have the charms to reach 50 plus summoning yet. But hopefully after, I don't know, another 10, 15 Slayer tasks, I should be able to get that. But I didn't unlock anything too cool. I guess I can now do Devious Minds, which I'll eventually have to do to unlock curses and all that. Not like I'm going to have 92 prayer anytime soon, but I also got the level to make nature runes while I was at it. I might consider staying here for another couple of rune crafting levels just so I can get to the point where I can make laws in dungeoneering. So I'll probably stay here until 54 just for that. For some reason it felt like 50 to 54 rune crafting took a lot longer than 42 to 50 did, but I can finally craft laws, which means I'll probably have to bind cosmic runes for DG, and then I can just use the rune essence you get at the start of every floor to make law runes. But that should make getting around to dungeoneering a little bit faster, so it helps. Well, I have spent a couple hours doing DG. It's been a little bit frustrating because a lot of times during DG you come across doors that you cannot open because they have very high skill requirements. And this particular dungeon, it happened like 3 times. It's ridiculous. So pretty terrible XP for this particular floor, but 60 dungeoneering, which is nice. I'm gonna eventually go for 80. I don't think I'm gonna be able to just grind that out though. I would say I hate solo DG, but I don't think hate is a strong enough word for it, to be honest. It's just I really hope they add Team DG to Ironman at some point. That would be awesome. But regardless, I'll eventually get there. Are you guys ready to see a moment which will be extremely epic in any Ironman's progress account? Because I'm about to unlock the Kingdom of Miscellanea, which is incredibly useful. So let's go ahead and manage this right away and put it on what I would like it to be on. So I start with 10k cash in there. This will use 50k a day, and after I complete Royal Trouble, it will use 75k a day, I believe, as long as I am at the 100% favor. So I'm going to deposit 800k cash into here, and I'm going to have to make 75k in coins per day, which shouldn't be too much of a problem as long as I am, you know, focusing on Slayer and making money and get lots of that alchemical stuff. So for right now, I'm going to put everything on wood. Maple logs are really nice because you get, you know, fleshing and fire making supplies, and this means that I can spend my wood cutting time instead of cutting maple trees, which are really slow XP. I can instead cut, I don't know, ivy or willows or something like that, and get the wood cutting levels a lot faster, but I'll still have a income of maple logs, as well as I'll get nests because I really want seeds to be able to do farming. So that's good, and I'm gonna complete Royal Trouble pretty soon as well, and hopefully I will be able to put some of the workers on herbs as well, because that will be really nice to get some of them. So half an hour later, I am almost done with Royal Trouble here, which is going to unlock another 50% more workers and give me access to etc. So I can get like hardwood trees, and I think I can get seeds as well. The seeds are pretty bad because that gives you like allotment seeds, which I'm not too crazy about, but I might consider putting workers on hardwood trees later in the future, which, you know, that would come in handy for like construction, higher level construction, although it does cost a lot of GP to actually, you know, turn these into planks. So we'll see about that, but for now I will put all of them on herbs because, well, sometimes it's a bit difficult to get a hand of herbs, and you get a ton of herbs from this. So I'll probably be collecting this like once a week, and hopefully I will be able to make enough money, because I'll have to make, I think, about 600k a week. Roughly it uses 75k a day. I'm not good at math, but that's about what it uses. So I'm going to end off the episode here just catching some monkfish. I'll probably be AFKing this while slaying on my main, because after this episode is over, it is time to focus on Slayer to get out the next Road to 120 Slayer. So that's probably what I'll be doing for the next couple days, and this is what I'll be doing on this account for the next couple days. So that'd be really awesome if I could stock up on a ton of food. That's the plan. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode of Ironman, which should be out hopefully within the next 4 to 5 days. I'll try to make that happen, but it just depends how long it takes to collect all the clips and all. But I'll also be live streaming quite a bit, so hope to see some of you there. Farewell.